Everybody, welcome to a brand new series for me in Dead Cells, the Bad Seed DLC. This is not something that I have done before on my channel or my stream, so this is a brand new experience for both you and me. I picked up Dead Cells years ago when it came out, and actually I can just show you here. I was looking earlier. You can see that my last run was some 2+ years ago, and I only did 2 of them. I don't remember why I stopped playing. It's not that I didn't enjoy the game at all. It's just probably is maybe a time where another game came out, another DLC or expansion, you know how it goes, came out, and I just couldn't quite keep going for whatever reason. I was really into the Binding of Isaac for a number of years, and this just kind of fell into the roguelite category, and I thought, man, I should get that, and I should try it out. So I did, but obviously I didn't stick with it. So the plan for this series going forward is to start on save 2. Why not just delete this one and start on save 1? Dude, that's a great idea. Let's start blank. Now I've shown all of you, I don't know, my last run. We can just start with a blank save here and go in. So the save 2 that I had just started, all I did was click play and drop down and check audio levels, and that's about it. If you do happen to notice that the audio is a bit off, the music's too loud, the ching 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 is like a little too loud, please let me know in the comments, because as far as I can tell, everything is good to go. But you know, it's gonna take a minute for me to know that for sure. Don't really remember how to play this game at all. Again, I only did like 2 runs, so this is gonna be a trial period for both me and you. In addition to like weird audio issues or whatever, if you happen to notice, like, more of a bow guy. If you happen to notice, that has to be too loud. Hold on. You're seeing it live in the flesh. Maybe we just turn down sound effects. If you happen to notice any missed opportunities or whatever, room for optimization, how do I do that? Please let me know. You know, I'm not going to sit here and like pretend that I'm going to just start playing this game and be better than anyone who's been playing it for a number of years. But I do often strive to play games well when I play them. And I felt like, having played a lot of roguelites in the past, not only does this, like, somewhat... Gotta remember what my dodge is. Somewhat fill that category of the roguelite thing, it also is a nice opportunity for me to, like, learn a new game, get excellent at another game, and hopefully beat it. I tend to like to try to 100% games when I play them, so we have a purple item and a red item. Sure. I tend to like to 100% games, so if there's some obscure achievements in the game, if I really jive with it, we'll probably see some of those later on. But the goal for today, for this run in particular, is just to figure out what the heck I am doing. Because I don't know. And I also don't know how long the average Dead Cells run is. What's that? Do like a... How did I do that? I did like a ground slam. Okay. So I can do that. Nope. I've learned. My God, he's done it. All right, see, I'm getting it. All is not lost. You saw me get hit by that first enemy, and you're like, this guy can't hang with the Dead Cells crowd. But man, here we are. Sinew Slicer, fire spitting blades at nearby enemies, inflicting bleeding damage. Seems interesting. The other thing you may or may not notice is that I'm playing with a controller. I've talked about this yet. No? I'm a keyboard and mouse guy. So we are going to run into some issues with me having to use... Oh my god. I thought this was free! What does this do? Run into some issues with me trying to use, like, the trigger buttons. I haven't used a controller since I played, like, Gears of War when I used to live with some guys. When in my, I don't know, my early 20s, it was that phase where you're leaving your parents' house and you're not really sure who you should or shouldn't live with. I picked a great group of guys to live with, and we had a bunch of Xboxes that we just put in a LAN. Yeah. So I can see our plus HP goes down. So we're incentivized to, like, diversify. And we have 2 purple items, so hey, we should go for purple stuff. Anyway, we had, like, Xboxes on a LAN, and we'd play Gears of War, the, what do they call it? The Horde mode? I can't remember the exact name of it. Where you have groups of enemies come in, and you gotta kill them all. I think you guys know what I'm talking about if you've ever played Gears. Not only was that the last time I probably used a controller regularly, it was probably the last time I played a console regularly. And I had a good time. I managed to, in the Steam sale, I picked up a Steam controller. It's sitting behind me somewhere. I've showed it off on my stream before. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. 30? What is 30? Kill 30 enemies without taking damage. This is a time gate? Oh. Okay. Bring me the cells you gather from others. In exchange, I'll procure a few useful little items for you. Should you stumble upon a blueprint, bring it to me. I have one of those. And I will introduce you to some more experimental items. Like the Blood Sword. So I can unlock this. Why is this one locked? Don't I have the... I know I picked up the blueprint for that. But it looks like we can just get the health flask. Permanent upgrade unlocks a health potion that can be used anytime. Seems like a no-brainer. Unlocks a health potion. Got it. Oh, now can we... Yes. Get the Blood Sword. We can also do... Oh, we have 12 cells, so we can get gold reserves... as well as the Blood Sword. Let's do this. Cool. Yes. Causing bleeding damage. I wonder if this is kind of like Isaac in where... Oh. Sure. Okay. Not really using the bow, but we should hang on to it for bosses or something. This is just more DPS, yeah. Always better than the rusty sword. Sure. That bomb. Why am I throwing bombs? Launches a grenade. Oh, it has a little effect on it. Okay. Ah, I'm sorry. One mutation available. Don't know what this is. This is the cooldown of your skills by some seconds for an enemy killed in melee combat, plus DPS for 8 seconds after killing an enemy. Combo. So these mutations, I guess I don't understand. They must be temporary, yeah? Let's do combo. Sure. Okay. Anyway, I wonder if it's like Isaac, because sometimes in the Binding of Isaac, you can choose not to acquire items to help make your... Like, sometimes you unlock or acquire items that are like just categorically worse, and picking them up or having them in the game is just worse than not having them in the game. Oh, I remember this. I made it this far. I do this. I won't know that until much, much later. Like, I'm just thinking, like, the Blood Sword in particular, doing damage over time, may or may not be useful. Maybe it's a good boss weapon, so you can duck and weave. Pop in, do some damage, pop out. I can see that being a thing. I don't know. I feel like this is like World 2, 2-1 or something. This guy. Ah! I tried to drop in on him. Doesn't work. There must be like a... Is there a height limit? Or did I just mess it up? I must have just messed it up. Ah! The game feels great to play. It's really smooth. Okay, so those guys, you cannot just juggle them and then they won't attack you. It's been noted. It looks like we can go down here. Oh, yeah. What is happening? I don't understand. What are these things? Pressure plate, obviously. Merchants. We are 2 cash poor, my friend. It looks like the shops are gonna be maybe that guy. There's a secret area. Oh, I can see my cursor. It's right there. Or if the cursor's been on the screen the whole time. I didn't notice. I want to check that out. I feel like this is a secret room or something. Where's this guy? You can see it pretty clearly. I mean, there's 2 pressure pads there, so that makes me think that maybe that has something to do with it. Oh. Do we not have? I may have to look this up. I can't tell if the symbol looks like it's rattling faster and faster, but I don't know, man. I feel like a dummy. We're so close. Grenade it? Doesn't do anything. All right, I'm missing something there. I'll have to check that out at a later time. Uh-oh. Plus damage or plus damage? Damage seems good. Blueprint for the Spartan sandals. Yes. Ah! Dumb damage. I juked myself. What is happening? Alright. Thanks for the cash, dude. I wonder if we should try to hang on to some gold, or if it's more wise to go back and try to spend it. Oh, no. Oh, that must be what that's for. Okay. So the pressure pads are for... Another, like, hidden area down there. Are for if you mess up on the ramp like I did there. Got it. Got it. Hello? Tickle? Question mark? It does nothing. Thank you for the follow? What was that? I think somebody just followed me on Twitch. I don't get a lot of those right now, so it felt very strange to hear that noise right now. It's like the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday. Oh, shh. I don't know what you do. We'll never know. Unknown artifact. What you got for me, bud? I got an achievement. Vine rune. This permanent rune causes climbing vines to grow. Okay. Oh, that's why we couldn't. Okay. I get it. So now we can go back, tickle the vine, and see where we end up. Tickling the vine could, Okay, in between recordings, I'm gonna look that up. It's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta know. Anyway, Tickle the Vine could maybe be taken out of context. But not here. This is a family-friendly environment. We don't want to be... I don't need to keep talking about that. Get myself in all sorts of trouble. With who? I don't know. The internet police. A young woman. Prisoner 6541. She's clutching something in her fist. Ruby Amulet 2. Downward smash attacks burn the ground. That can't be... No, that can't be what this is about. It, like... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say it couldn't be gated on our ability to have an item in our collar slot. I don't really know what to call that. I don't see it here, though. Oh, there it is. Ruby Amulet. It's on the left. We'll see. All right, Twin Daggers, 337 DPS, inflicts a chill hit on the third consecutive strike, plus crit hits. Or an Ice Grenade, inflicts damage, freezes its victims. Enemies hit by this will thaw more slowly. So this would go in our left trigger slot, which we're missing. Otherwise, this goes in place of our Blood Sword. I think we should take the left trigger, yeah? Since we're missing one. Try to fill all the slots that we have before we go replacing items that are pretty okay. I don't know, the Blood Sword's been fine. I can't imagine it's the strongest item in the game or anything, but it seems pretty good. Ooh. Reminds me of Mario. I've been playing, or not playing, I've been watching some Mario speedruns on YouTube, and I don't know, I can't get enough of them. Well, I mean, I can. I don't sit there and watch a lot of them, but they're fascinating how broken the game has gotten over the years, and how people have found various glitches and things to just help save fractions of seconds here and there. Man, that whole speedrunning thing is just, it's a whole nother world, man. Trying to incorporate like a dodge when I fight those guys. I think that's maybe the trick. But beyond just like Mario speedruns, there's also like Mario Kart speedruns. I mean, there's speedruns for like everything, but I've been really enjoying just checking those out slowly over time. And there's tons of great YouTube content about it too. I didn't realize that scene, like I knew the scene was big. I guess I just didn't realize it was that big. You know what I mean? At what point do you take these for the plus HP? Is kind of the question. 70% HP, even though we have no green items. Or is the Ice Grenade like hybrid? Because it has a green little triangle in the corner. I'm gonna keep going purple though. Anyway, the Mario Kart ones are probably some of my favorites. I don't know, I don't, it's like they seem more attainable to me, and I can't tell you why. It's not like I'm gonna sit there and like actually be the dude who breaks any world records, but the Mario, like the Super Mario ones were so frame perfect, you know, this very precise key combination on the controller to help you do this. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It's pixel perfect frames to do some of these glitches. Dude, this is... I'm trying really hard not to heal. I know I can heal. But what I don't know... You know what? I should, like, use my other stuff. Only attacking these guys. Anyway, the Mario Kart stuff seems more attainable to me, even though I am never, ever going to play that. Like the old, it's probably mostly nostalgia at this point. Go up here. Oh. Okay, I don't get it. Must be missing something. Yeah, it's nostalgia with those old Mario games. Like I remember playing all the old Mario or Super Mario Karts to death with family members, cousins. You know, that's the thing that you did was like, oh, you know, grandma's got a Nintendo Entertainment System. Go hook it up and play some Mario Kart and keep yourselves busy while we cook Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. That goes back a long ways for me personally. We kind of went off on our own here for a while. We stopped going like laterally and we just moved down the roads. It's like very, very minorly starting to bug me that I can't figure out how to climb these walls because I feel like I'm just missing something. But there's no other buttons. Okay, I almost healed. There's no other buttons for me to hit here. Ah, I tried to jump. Okay, just don't die by reading the heal. Don't need it. Okay. Getting cellsed up. What's supposed to happen, in my opinion, is you're supposed to make it to the boss, probably, and then you die because you haven't scaled enough, just like organically by doing enough runs. I know that there's some stuff in Dead Cells that carries between the runs. Damn it. All right. 1 HP is close enough to death for me. I know there's enough, like, stuff that carries between the runs. Like, we've got the thing that carries X thousand gold or 300. It was like 300 or 3,000 gold between runs that we just didn't have. So unlocking things like that over time seem like the biggest gate for progression here. Big scary lift. It feels like the lift to the boss. Ah, I'm gonna take a drink. This guy again. Okay. 29 cells. Permanent upgrade transforms an object found on the ground or in chests into gold. Gold reserve. Yeah, so it's on 3,000 and this brings it to 6,000. Okay. Guess we'll unlock this. Spartan Sandals knocks back enemies dealing damage where they land. Deals 119 extra damage if the enemy hits a wall. The final strike in the combo will knock any enemy. Knock back any. Okay. My other guess is that by spending cells here, they'll carry through. Gonna make me spam this? There we go. They'll carry through to other runs. I haven't been using the bow. So Spartan Sandals 5 versus Beginner Bow 1. I'll try it. All right. Got a Mortal Kombat style dropkick. Nice. Reduces the cooldown on your skills by 0.62 seconds for each enemy killed in melee combat. With each successful parry. I don't even know how to parry. Dead inside. Plus 50% HP. Food no longer heals you. Your infection counter is increased by +6. This could be okay for a little bit of passive healing. I can't wait to know what I'm doing and where I'm going. This seems like a good game to put the brain on autopilot and just kill stuff. 13.5 minutes. I guess that... Oh, nice. I guess that excludes, like, maybe some time in shops is safe, because the recording timer is at almost 25 minutes. Ah! Ah! Unknown artifacts. It's a wrench! No. Oh, it is a wrench. Customization rune. This permanent rune unlocks the custom mode. Boy. Alright, Vorpan 3-L. Lot of damage. Inflicts a critical hit if the enemy is facing you. Colorless, the highest level applies. Increases your movement speed by some amount. Extra damage to a bleeding target. Victims emit a toxic cloud when they die. Seems incredible. I think I'm going to take this immediately in place of our Spartan Sandals. The bleed effect. A pan, it's not a magnifying glass. It's all a PUBG. So we like sword pan is the combo. Assuming this isn't just like a boss. Ding! That is a satisfying sound to it. Down, please. Got another blueprint for Scheme. I have not yet mastered the ability to drop in and just pop some nerds that way. I'm getting there. Alright, Infantry Grenade 4. We have 4 points in our red skill so far. Quick to use, but not super powerful. I mean, this is going pretty deep into a red build. I don't know if that's relevant or not. I'm not using the Frost Grenade, but I kind of want to hang on to it. I feel like that's just more useful. It's a utility thing, and then we can drop in and pan them to death. Ah! Don't know what that was. We have no points in green. I haven't actually seen a lot of green items. I think there was only the one. Ah, help. It's all falling apart. They appear to be stronger. Alright. Upgrade. Ooh, we get an up. Okay, so there's our green. Recover extra HP when an enemy dies, and we gain 70% HP. I think I'm gonna go for green, not because of the heal, but because of the extra HP. That was a lot of HP to be passing up. At least as far as I can tell. That makes sense. I don't know. I've been going down a lot. Did I like purposely jump off there? Absolutely, but I didn't expect to like fall into the abyss. It tracks. I didn't see a way up, so maybe that should have been enough of a clue that hey, you can't come back up from here. So maybe that's the clue that I should have taken, that it was a pit of despair. Please die. Alright. Ah! Ah! No! Okay, don't. Oh no, there it is. It came back. You love something, let it go, or whatever. I don't feel comfortable with my jump there. We're gonna go this way. I guess that's... No, is this a pit of despair? It has a cage there. I don't know, man. All right, so this is popped back down to 41%. But we gain 0.01, so 0.02% on recovering HP. I don't know if that's relevant or not. We're currently taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna go a little deeper on the red build, since that's our primary source of DPS. Maybe not in reality, but in practice, because that's that's all I'm like used to using right now is X, and I'm trying to incorporate the Y button into my repertoire here, let alone the trigger buttons. I may end up changing controllers. Oops. Hold up. We're too low. We're not going out like this. Like currently, I cannot get used to that. Currently, the trigger buttons on my controller are like really, I don't know. They're hard to push down. I wish they were a bit easier. Maybe they'll just like naturally get easier to push as I use them more and my controller wears down, but they're a pain to use right now. Oh, pan! Okay. Oh wait, we should get used to doing this. Bycatty's doing it. Okay. So now red is only 17% HP, but we do gain an extra 15% damage with our red item. Dude, look at that. Look at that sickle. 322 DPS for 8 seconds. Substantial. Maybe brutality is like the newbie trap, and you're really meant to go for like anything else. The, you know, little finesse to it. There we go. He's doing it. He's doing it. It's the red. Door open. Help. Oh, it's this guy. Not very exciting. Oh, Pan! Pan's a little slow. There's a very minor windup compared to the sword, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Creating a narrative to compensate for my currently inept gaming skills in Dead Cells. But hey, man, I'm loving the vibe of this game. The art style's cool. The enemies are cool. It has its own place in the roguelite sphere, and much to like learning the Binding of Isaac, it just comes down to playing, you know, thousands of hours, like I have, to some degree. I think that's a pit of despair. Learn the patterns, and eventually these shield guys will be second nature. Be like, you know, breathing air. Ah! It's just that enemy that's in our way after a while. We have this really nice bleeding combo, but there are not too many enemies that require the use of it. Oops. Oop. All right. At this point in the game, usually you start talking about like what you need to help you through the next phase of the game, whether it be a boss or something like that. But I don't even know what's in the game, so it's tough to provide that level of commentary. It's mostly just trying to figure out what I'm doing, and using all the buttons. It's a very help. It's an infant stage in the playthrough. Also don't know how long the Dead Cells runs go for. Like once you get good at the Binding of Isaac, they can go for like 45 minutes, half hour on fast ones. If you get a really bad run, then we're talking like sweet. We're talking like an hour plus. Got it. Health potion can be consumed 2 times. Seems good. Scheme. Your next melee attack after using a skill inflicts extra damage, plus DPS if you're close to a deployed skill. Enemies suffer damage while they are slowed down. Okay. Go on the gold reserves because I know this run isn't just going to beat the game. So I would like to invest in the future. Saves you 1 time if you die prematurely. Cannot be dropped once picked up. Okay. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. No idea. Nope. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to see how somebody else says it, and then I'm going to just copy whatever they do. I don't know how to parry, so I guess we'll go with this. Black Bridge, there are stories that curious... Okay. Thank you, SSD. You've ruined my commentary. The concierge. Excuse me, sir, what do you do? Need to be frozen. No. Okay. Ah. Ouch. Okay, don't stand in that. Got it. Don't get hit by that. Got it. Don't get hit by that. Do it again. I think we should slow him down. While he's, I keep trying to, like, jump instead of dodge. Nope. So, yeah, slowing him down. Slowing him down while he walks towards us. Okay, I see the pattern here. There's no reason to die to this guy. Other than my own inability to dodge this stuff well. No! And him. I'm gonna pop a pot here, which may have been a mistake. What? He can jump? Excuse me, sir. That's illegal. It's a new phase. What am I supposed to do to the jump? Am I, again, rolling away? I guess I'm just rolling away. It's not over. Yeah, we're rolling. Okay, we're rolling. Is there any world where we just let the turret kill him, like, really slowly? Because I can't handle this? Oh! He did a flame jump. You can't do both at the same time. I dodged the flame, so I jumped, and then I couldn't roll. Hey, I'm like the vine thing. Hello, lady. Have you noticed how things seem to change each time you pass through? This is our first time passing through, so no. One could get to thinking that the island is alive. It's quite ridiculous, wouldn't you say? Dead man's bag contains the gold you were carrying last time you tried. It should be 3,000. It is. Like I had a bad time with it. Oh, that must be how we lost our head, yeah? And this is where we pick up our bow and begin again? Oh, and we have the seed in the bottom right-hand side. Cool. Maybe we'll try out the shield next time to see if that's more my playstyle. It is a green item, so we didn't really play with those very much last time. Hey! I hope you all enjoyed the first episode of Dead Cells. There is a lot more to come. I'm having a great time with it. If you did like it, please remember to drop a like. If you see any room for improvement outside of obvious stuff, like, hey, dying to the concierge is kind of a newbie thing, I get it. But that was my first time seeing the patterns, trying to get used to, you know, the muscle memory and things like that. Outside of that, hey, the music's too loud. Hey, the swing, 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 that's too loud. Anything like that, hey, here's how you deal with those, like, jumping platforms or whatever. That stuff's super helpful if you guys happen to know. But yeah, I hope to see you guys back in the next episode. Catch you next time, guys. Bye.